A content that was supposed to inspire people for changes and motivate them became a source of constant self-doubt, anxiety, and growing depression, which a lot of people managed to monetize in a very effective way, as more than 15,000 self-help books are published in the US every year and thousands of videos are posted across all social media. Sounds pretty cool, right? That someone is trying to make money from your insecurities and self-hatred. Self-improvement content has become the new brain rot. But what in general is brain rot? Brain rot is when your brain feels like it's turning too much. Usually because you've been consuming way too much low-quality, repetitive, or mindless content online. And when people consume too much repetitive self-improvement content, their brain turns into something even worse. It turns into a pile of self-improvement shit. And I've personally experienced that. Every day I wake up, scroll through my feed and see these looks-maxing entrepreneurs jacked, shirtless in their cars telling me how you should push yourself to unimaginable limits to become this abstract perfect version of yourself. And these videos make me ask myself, what about me? Why I'm not enough? Why I'm 20 already and I haven't achieved anything? I'm not jacked, I don't have a looks-maxing face, I don't have a multi-million-dollar business or anything. Fuck this shit. It's so horrible when you trap yourself in this cycle of self-improvement videos watching one after another, but you don't even understand why you're watching these videos. Each video was offering either some secret formula, daily routine, habits, or mindset to become a better version of yourself. But the harsh truth is, no self-improvement video will ever be able to help you until you realize something here. And I want to share with you this one exact thing that helped me to get out of this endless cycle of self-improvement. Self-improvement is not a new thing. It goes way back to ancient Greece philosophers who used to say, know thyself. Meanwhile, across the world, Eastern philosophies like Buddhism and Taoism were saying something similar in their own way. Master the self, find the peace within, and let go of the illusion of control. Fast forward to the 20th century, there was a big boom in the self-help industry after the publication of a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. It was the start of a very big industry which today is literally a billion-dollar machine. It's a very well-structured system that feeds on your need to become better. They're selling more than just advice, they're selling you a perfect image, something abstract that none of us will ever be able to achieve. Now let's talk about self-improvement on YouTube. I bet you ever had a situation when you just scroll through YouTube and there's one particular video that just begs you to click on it. It offers you to unfuck your life, or these 59 seconds will change your life, or how to reach your true potential, and a lot of other promises. And it feels like these videos aren't helping but rather pushing you. And this thing is called aggressive self-improvement. Creators who make this kind of content deliberately use this negative, brutal language to drive more engagement to their video. The negative framing triggers our negativity bias, making this content more clickable because we are wired to pay attention to shitty things, something bad. Instead of uplifting, these videos usually make us feel anxious and inadequate. The comment sections under these videos are pretty much the same. I am gonna change.
I want to get jacked.
Take cold showers. Wake up at 4:30 a.m. and sleep at 9 p.m.
But some of these people are being honest with themselves.
You watch these self-improvement, and you just get dopamine with these self-improvement videos.
Hey, I want to be a gaming content creator, but should I stop playing games?
My job takes my time away. I also always feel tired afterwards.
Yo bro, no hate, but all of these videos are just starting to be the same thing.
If self-improvement content worked in the way it's supposed to, people wouldn't come back to it all the time. These channels just feed people with advice compilations, which make them feel like they're doing some real progress, but in reality, they're just procrastinating all the time. So as you can see, the situation is pretty up right now. And I'm not saying that self-improvement content itself is bad. Sometimes it can help, but the messaging it has makes our insecurities bigger than they really are. With so much self-improvement content today, it's very easy to fall into a trap. You constantly learn something, watch videos, read books, but you're not actually doing anything. It starts to feel like progress, but actually you're just circling around the same ideas over and over. And there is a specific term for that called analysis paralysis. You get stuck thinking, planning, obsessing, with no action. The biggest problem of people who watch self-improvement content is they don't understand what their problem is. And they consume tons of content and they don't even understand what's the source of their problem. Basically, it's like drinking pills to get rid of symptoms instead of curing the source of the disease. The pursuit of personal growth becomes excessively intense, leading to self-aggression, harsh self-criticism, and a constant sense of not being good enough. The aggressive approach can lead to burnout and negatively influence your physical health. There is a good example of a Reddit post about that, where the guy shares a story how his obsession with self-improvement content on YouTube has turned into a mental breakdown. And there is another post about that. and people are actively helping them to get back to a healthy reality. No fucking video that promises you to change your life in 59 seconds is actually decent. For all of us, it takes time and months to understand some important things deeply on a core level. And I don't believe that this guy who made a video about 59 seconds change your life understood these things in 59 seconds. Otherwise, this advice is fucking meaningless. It has no value. What I'm saying is, we need to understand things on our own when it's time for us to understand that. And that's true. There is no perfect time for anything. But there is no reason for you to start realizing some things when you're 20, when you're supposed to realize them when you're 30 or 40. This is like a biological process, I guess. And this kind of content creates a super toxic environment for teenagers and people in their 20s. You think you know better, but it's just your high ego speaking. My advice is to shut the fuck up, stop watching this self-improvement bullshit, and remember that this stuff isn't just targeting adults anymore. It's showing up on the feeds of 13-year-olds, telling them that they're already behind in life, that they need to hustle harder, wake up at 5 AM and build an empire by 18. And what about people with depression, anxiety, or trauma? They don't need cold showers or another productivity hack. They need real psychological help, therapy, support, maybe medication, not a YouTuber yelling at them to hit the gym like it will fix everything. If you're broken mentally, no physical exercise will ever be able to help you. These people who are telling you to go monk mode and other nonsense, they're not monks, they're not teachers, and they can only share their pure subjective opinion about this. And these people are telling you to do that without no preparation, no training. Yeah, just throw your self into a hole. If you exchange places with a Shaolin monk, you'll probably go crazy, because he's been doing this stuff his whole life. And now all of a sudden, a jacked 20-year-old college dropout telling me to go monk mode. Guys, please respect yourself. And these guys super like drawing connections between self-improvement and God, which I think is ridiculous. God's not gonna bless you if you're jacked, if you wake up at 5 AM, if you take a cold shower, or if you are on a dopamine detox. And it's like protection of a sort. If you mention God in your self-improvement video, there's no way someone will criticize that. And just look at the amount of videos these creators are posting. I just want to ask, how does it feel to constantly produce self-improvement content? They either spend all of their life on these self-help videos, or they use ChatGPT to run a YouTube channel to earn cash. But if it's a genuine piece of advice, something real, I don't think they would come up with a video idea every week. Self-improvement content is not that bad, but it needs some filters to be applied on. Because the biggest problem of people who watch this kind of content is they watch it but they don't understand why they're watching this. They're not watching because they want to solve their problem. They watch it because they want to understand their problem. They're trying to identify the cause of their problem. Maybe this video will help me to understand myself better. Maybe this one. You shouldn't be looking for a reason on YouTube. You should go out, ask your friends, talk to your relatives, and reflect on your behavior in the society, not on YouTube. Because as long as you keep watching this content, you'll feel super confused about yourself. So self-improvement is cool, but give it a break. Love you all guys, bye.